Sometimes when you do a podcast, you don't have to prep. You have the experience of that person as your prep. You know all about them. You've hung with them. You kind of get a vibe. And that's our guest today. As a matter of fact, we're going to start right off with, I want to hear your Love Master impression you were just doing off the air.
The Roadcaster.
That's
Barry
right.
White, baby.
I have a, it sounds like, you have a cold.
That's my nasal. That's my nasal.
Oh, very quiet. My
They tried to beat it out of me in acting school. I still have it.
Oh, they try to beat your accent out of you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, someone needed a better whip because you definitely have. They need another beating tool because that is there.
It's never left, and it's ended up serving me very well.
Why would you want to, Sarah Halstead?
Well, thank you.
Why would you want to?
I like my voice now, but I had issues with it as a, like all throughout
we all
my...
do, don't we? Doesn't everyone? Do you think even Morgan Freeman when he was growing up going, I'm tired of my voice.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to give me
beautiful...
some lessons here.
I had no idea that I sounded like Earl Jones in King Lear on top of it.
I had no idea either. I'm still waiting for it.
I have a low register. And
you think that's low?
I have a low voice for a woman.
Is it? I
am second alto.
Oh,
you know this, being
yes,
in theater, musical
absolutely.
theater.
Yeah, I'm a baritone, yeah.
Oh, you're very baritone.
Yeah.
But you can also, your range.
I can go bass, yeah.
I think you can go tenor.
That's a little rough for me. I mean,
I heard you.
I don't know if that's falsetto, though. You see, I don't know if I'm going falsetto, if that's real. I'm not really clear. I'll have to hang out with. I have a guest on our show. If you're into music, Michael Orland. So. Michael Orland is an unbelievable music director, and he directed American Idol for 16 years.
Oh,
so this guy knows what he's doing. Oh yeah, he knows what he. Anyway, I took my daughter to him.
You're going to go from me to him? I'm impressed.
He's already been on, so you're actually headlining. He opened for you, Sarah. I waited for you.
He's my feature.
Exactly. No, he's the opener. He's been a while.
How much time did you give him?
As much as I'm giving you, but you'll probably get more.
Not enough.
Although I've known him a longer time though. I've known him for 30 years. I've known you for about 5.
Yeah.
Right. Now
I think
we
so.
do a little bit of touring together. I'm going to have you from now on when we work together. I want you to do the Roadcaster. That's this machine that I have that makes her voice sound better. Right. Unless it's you. It sounds deeper and you don't like that about yourself.
Yeah,
I don't want to bring out any insecurities.
No, you can. We can talk. I'm here to talk about
I know. Isn't it great to talk about those?
We can talk about anything.
I love that. I love that about you, and I love that about our businesses. We really do open up our book to people to read. And and
we're forced to.
It's a very, it's a book filled with tapestry. There's a lot to us. And I think that people need to understand. I have another podcast called I Needed to Hear That. And sometimes people do need to hear that they have, like, how many people listening right now are saying to themselves, I don't like my voice either. Or they're saying, she has a great voice. What's she talking about? Or they're saying about me, that's a great voice.
That's the thing.
None of us, I've never talked to that confident of a person that's spent their whole life in confidence. Have you?
Well, they fake it. They say that they're confident.
Right.
They say, but usually people who say that they're confident are the most insecure people.
Yes, and I don't like them.
Nor do I. Yeah, we don't like those people.
One of the things I coach, actually, I have this thing called Command the Room, where I teach people how to alchemize and vulcanize their own humor and use it in life. And part of that
wonderful.
Get to the rumble, stumbles, fumbles, and crumbles. People identify with that. Now all of those masks are off. And all the walls are down. Everybody, you're one of me.
It takes
you get me.
years for a comic to get naked and raw.
Yeah.
And I'm still getting there. I'm not 100% naked up there. Not 100%. No. I would say I'm 75.
Is anyone that naked? I've just watched a special.
I think you get pretty naked.
Jared Carmichael, I watched his special, and I actually envied him for his nudity. Like you're saying that I am. Now, I will say that during one-person shows, I go way raw, or on here, I can go anywhere. But on stage with a comedy, I've had too many people go, hey, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like
they're uncomfortable.
Yeah,
with
and you kind of have to
topics.
play to the room. A little bit. That's our job. Okay, who's here? What's the demo?
It's not that, though, that they have an expectation. Being in a comedy club as opposed to listening to a podcast, as opposed to a one-man show, one-woman show, in a theater, then
Opposed to a theater,
we can
yes.
suspend our belief, we can suspend our imagination. We're going to go on a journey with this person, as opposed to waiting for the punchline.
Right.
When do they get into the punchline?
Where are my chicken fingers? Yeah, you know. I mean,
Right.
we strive to be in those beautiful theaters with no food,
Yeah,
right?
with no
But
checks coming
with no
out, no
checks.
distractions. It really is beautiful. I had one experience, though. So at a one-person show, and I don't think my friends all knew that I invited them to that. It was in a workshop. I was workshopping it, and they would like interrupt. You know, like, you go, Shoe, and I'm going, whoa, no, I'm talking about being molested.
They think you like that. They think that you want it.
They think it's part of it.
Yeah.
I'm going, no, this is a theater
They
now.
want to be part of the show.
Yeah, which goes to show you, though, how I wanted to talk to you about this, how people do disrespect comedians, because there is a certain idea of the way we're supposed to be. We are the clowns, and we're treated as clowns.
As you say.
Yeah, and I think it's very unfortunate because they won't go there with us often because they have us categorized like you don't go there, but they will with theater. And theater's reviewed, and theater's respected, and theater's Broadway, and it's we all aspire to go to Broadway, and
they're written up.
It's exactly. We don't get
right up.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Everything depends on the reviews. You think a comic depends on? We don't even get reviews
unless it's Netflix or your special on network. But that's the only
or unless
time
it's
you're
somebody
reviewed
pissed off,
that
like
I can think of.
on Twitter this morning. Somebody they gave me a
God.
bad review of my tweet.
Social media
just a bad review of my
bullshit.
tweet, though.
Geez.
I went. What's great about it is that you can go back at it with the person, and you can trap them because.
Well, because you're smart.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fuck with you on Twitter. I wouldn't fuck with Craig Shoemaker on any platform.
Let's be honest. As a comic,
you're a smart comic.
People should not come after us because they're going to lose. But they have you know what? My friend was a heavyweight boxer. He actually fought Larry Holmes for the championship, got destroyed. And I'll never forget him telling me that people, because he was a boxer, guys would pick fights.
Oh, yeah. I dated a boxer a long time ago.
Yeah, and they would pick fights, right?
Oh, it was awful.
Yeah, it's terrible. They walk around.
I lived in fear when I was with them. Just because.
Well, don't date a comic because they go after comics as
boxer.
well. Especially a guy.
We're the same.
A guy, a comic boxer would be really bad news. You know, they would really go after you. They would punch you at your punchline. They would go ahead.
Oh, that's the new quest.
Yes.
If anyone is a comic boxer, please.
By the way,
ask me out. I'll say yes.
I am not exaggerating. You probably know her. I know someone who did date exactly that.
Ooh, I didn't know that they existed. That's awesome.
Yes. More than a boxer, by the way.
Oh, the
an
MMA
fighter. You know who I'm talking about?
Well, there are a few MMA fighters that are crossing over to comedy. Why
not? Listen, you charge their stage. You get slapped.
They have balls.
There's going to be a hit back.
Talk about.
That's my thing now. I go on stage and I say, listen, if you charge this stage, I will hit you back and I will knock your teeth out.
Yeah.
Okay, there's your warning
you're a big
for
guy.
it. Well, you know, and I'm a big guy with a lot of attitude about that. I don't believe we should keep disrespecting comedians and the art form. I think we should rise it up, if anything. I was just going at it on Twitter.
I'm very passionate about that as well.
Yeah, what do you think about this? Like this person on Twitter, I was saying, if you go to a restaurant and you don't like a meal, you move on to another menu item or you leave the restaurant and go to another restaurant. What's the issue? Why do you have to go to Yelp and take down this independent eatery, right? Because you had one bad meal and take them aside or whatever it is or leave.
Revenue.
Exactly. So that's what they're doing to comedians.
Life,
you don't like a single joke. And first of all, you might misread the joke that everyone else is getting, so that's on you. So why, because you're not smart enough to get the joke, do you have to take it out on someone else? And that's the problem with the voice being so spread and, you know, the freedom of speech. I get it, but why utilize your freedom of speech to hurt people?
I think that there is jealousy involved.
Oh, yeah.
I think that especially if that person is maybe in the corporate world and had aspirations, maybe he has suppressed his creative spirit somehow. Maybe
you're being very nice. How about a loser in mom's basement?
Yeah, that too. I am being nice.
I think that's what I was going at it with today.
Yeah.
Not that he's listening to the show because he says I'm a middle-aged white guy. I got that attack right away.
But I can sense when, 9-to-5ers attack creatives.
You can sense that, huh?
I do.
Really?
Yeah, I get it. Because I'm still kind of a 9-to-5er. I'm not out of it completely. And I know that, so I can relate to it.
Is that right?
I used to, when I was just a 9-to-5er, I really tried to not be a creative. I really tried to just beat it out of my soul.
But did you attack creatives?
I would get jealous.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would for about 10 years.
So it might be a little bit of projection because you've experienced that. I haven't been in 9 to 5
it
world in a
probably
very
is
long time, so
projection.
I actually think that it's someone else. But
Yeah.
I'll
well,
explore
because
this.
you're usually the one in the mother's basement.
I think that's who I'm drawing. Is I was a former man of my mother's basement and attic.
So you can
and
relate
garage.
to that, and
Those
I
are
can
all
relate to being jealous of a creative.
Those were all my forts when I was growing up. And if I had social media back then, I'd probably be attacking.
If we had social media back then, we wouldn't have had a childhood.
We just attacked one another.
We would be
my gang.
We
Did
would
you
have
ever
been
do that?
fat kids. Oh, I'm sorry. What was the
Already
question?
was. No, I was skinny. I was a skinny kid.
Yeah, you were skinny. I
Yeah,
could
very,
tell.
very. So we would attack one another. Did you do that when you were growing up in Michigan? I always get the feeling you guys are so nice.
I did. My and then my brother, we were roughhousing, and I hit my head. What he would do is he would pull me. We had these beautiful wooden slippery floors.
Yeah.
And he would pull me on the sleeping bag, and I flew across the room and I hit my head. I lost my grip of the sleeping bag, and I pretended to be dead. And you know what he did?
What?
He tried to bury me. And there is a scene, I don't know if you've ever seen the Jim, Step Brothers with Will Ferrell. And there's like a similar scene. I was like, oh my God, that really happened to me as a kid. My brother, I pretended to be dead. And instead of calling for help, he was just automatically went to, where am I going to put the body?
Doesn't it piss you off? I did the fake to death thing.
You did?
Yes, I tried ketchup even. You know, I tried everything.
I did that too.
Right. You just want someone to feel sorry for you,
What is
someone to
wrong with
see
us?
you, see your pain, but
Isn't
they
that
make the pain
interesting?
worse by going, I don't care that you're dead.
Yeah, no, and they just kept walking with all the ketchup. I'd come out of the ocean, played it, and I
Like you
did
were
all that.
shark attack.
Yeah, exactly,
they
with
didn't care.
ketchup and no
shark
one.
attack in a lake.
Everybody just stared at me. It was- yeah.
I always wanted to die, but not really die, and go to my own funeral and
Yeah.
see how they regret treating me like
Yes.
that. Did you do that?
I was thinking about that this morning. If I could just die of natural causes, not, just if a boulder fell on me, I'm okay. I've lived a full life.
Sarah, I don't want to say anything, but I want to analyze your death, but that's not a natural cause. It's a boulder. That would be very
Please,
natural.
boulder, please.
Well, I mean, we all
Going
get to
through
those thoughts, but a lot of it has to do with the way people are towards you, right? It's like you almost like want to get even, and then people that are jealous of us believe that we, are getting even, and we are living this life that they think we are, and they attack us for it because they can't have that life of what they think we have.
There were some comments, and I know no one wants to talk about the Chris Rock thing. We're all over it, but I voiced my opinion on my Facebook within the hour of when it happened.
Yeah, same here, yeah.
And I had a comment from someone, you comics just can't stand it when someone when someone
stands up to
you,
you, there are consequences.
You think you can say whatever you want because you're a goddamn comedian.
Right. See how they treat comedians? That disrespect.
Yeah.
You're a comedian, therefore
you guys think you're God.
So now we can slap you.
We can
if we don't
slap
like
you
what
around,
you say.
and you can't. Yeah.
I
Finally,
know you're
somebody
there.
stood up to you.
Even though you're there, your intention is to make me laugh.
Yeah.
I don't want to laugh at you. I'd rather be mad at you. And this is the way people have taken it. I heard 56% are behind Will Smith. 56% of women are behind Will Smith. With this illusion that he's protecting his wife, which was absolute BS.
No.
It's all BS. When you boil everything down, and you don't, I never like to sound like a victim, but there is an assault on comedians. There's no question about it. It starts with FCC.
Oh, yeah.
It's like language, really? And yet the commercials, if you have money, the commercials can say anything they want. You can put anything that's desensitizing children of killing. That's going to hurt your child way more than me dropping an F-bomb.
Yeah, my
Far
God.
more. But look at how we just accept it. We mindlessly accept it. We follow the corporate structure. That's the way they have it. And there's no corporate structure in comedy. It's the opposite. We're truth tellers. We're going to be revealers of things that you don't want, that you're trying to hide. And you have a lot of money to hide it. There's a lot of money to spin this thing.
Oh, yeah.
But the people, I just don't understand how citizens take that choice. Like they make the choice of supporting them over us, the creators, who want to make you happy.
I don't think they think about it. I don't think we're a thought.
Well, that's why we're here to make them think about it. I had people this morning. I was going at it on Twitter with this guy.
I'm sorry. It sounds like this took a lot of your space this morning, your mind space.
You're the second person to tell me that.
Yeah.
The other one tried to do an intervention. Hey, Craig.
He got to you a little bit, this person.
Well, everybody gets to me when they come at me like that.
Yeah. No, I've been there on Twitter.
But
I've erased things, which I shouldn't. Now I regret erasing anything.
I just come from my heart, and that's what I did with this person. And I try not to attack back. I do my best. And I know it's a little rough because I got a little Philly.
Yeah, you're a Philly boy through and through.
So it's
sure.
gonna, like I said, keep going. ... And he thought that was condescending, and it probably was, because like he kept burying himself. He said one thing after another that was completely hypocritical, absolute nonsense, and I would just point it out. And he couldn't answer a question. It was all the same methodology that people use when they're arguing now. Is they really don't answer the question. They just deflect, kill the messenger, kill the messenger.
Yeah.
That's the playbook that people go by.
Especially
and what's
on
funny
Twitter.
is I used to be a big left supporter, like a supporter of the left. And I would say, and I'd see people from the right attacking me, and they would use the playbook. Well, now I'm seeing, now that I left the left and I'm in the center, now I'm seeing they both use this exact methodology. It's like it literally, you could predict what they're going to say. And they always end up by saying, oh, if people differ from your opinion, you know, that kind of thing. No, that's not what it is, buddy. Go back to what I said initially.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with differing from my opinion. Answer the question on why you would even come here.
The politician.
Yeah.
And but this is so interesting. So many people I know are in your position by leaving the left and now being in the middle, including me.
Oh, you too?
Me too.
Yeah, I was always so, because, just talking out loud on this, because I always found the left to be, I'm not being mean here about the right, because I've been in the right as well.
Well, I was raised in the right.
Same here. Yeah. That's so you were raised the same way I
Yes.
was. And you're bound
That's
to
my
pick up on
background.
those things.
Sure.
But then we both, I guess, I can speak for
Indoctrinated
you.
into us as
It's
children.
so indoctrinated,
Yeah.
yes. But I really did get away from it. Once I moved from it, then you're independent, then you have independent thinking. So then I wandered over to the left because I found them to be more intellectual,
Yeah.
college educated,
Right.
higher education, and so forth. And here was the big one. Logical, more empathetic
Yes.
to, like, for me, women's rights,
Homeless.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's where the liberals tend to go. Mm-hmm. But now I'm seeing, just like everything, just like every cause, there's so much gone the other way that you
Everyone's-
lose all your common sense.
Yes.
Because you've gone so far down this
They're
road
both
of you're
irrational.
completely right.
Both sides are irrational.
And the irrationality comes from wanting to be right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm all in on this. Like I've always said, even when I voted for Obama, I never went all in. I thought he was wrong when he drone attacked. You know what I mean? Those things. And I voiced those things.
Yeah, you can't agree all the time just
you
because they're
can't.
on that particular side.
There's the mistake that people are making. I've followed
because
this
they're on the
Occupy
side.
Democrats.
Yeah.
Everything's only about that
gotta
perspective.
be,
Never
no matter what he
challenge Joe
says.
Biden. Why would you
Right.
ever want to live like that?
No matter what he says.
Yes, and the same with the handling of the
left.
pandemic is like, well, really, you're just going to trust science? This blanket statement? I'm like,
a
hey, how about
mess.
Mengele in Nazi Germany? They all trusted him too. So it doesn't make your scientist the right
it's
one. What about other
nonsensical.
scientists and getting their perspective? And don't call me an idiot or wacko because I want to hear all research
Yeah.
from everywhere.
It's our bodies.
Exactly.
It's our family.
And not just join you
Yeah.
in this, and I just find it's hard. It's like, when you do look at Nazi Germany, it's always the example that people use. And you always wonder, how in the world did they
Did
do
he
that?
do it? Yeah.
How did they do that? How did these masses follow this? Well, now we're seeing
see
it from
it.
both sides on how it happens.
Yeah.
It's peer pressure. It's shaming. It's following to the point where you lose your mind because you go all in on some mandate, some person. Deifying and canonizing people is a big mistake.
Oh.
And you as an artist,
It's a travesty.
that's what I think people are jealous of. Because you and I.
So you just hit it. A beautiful full circle just now.
Right.
You're so good at those damn callbacks. God damn it, you're a good comedian.
People don't know what callbacks are. I teach this. They don't know what a callback is. Explain to the audience what you believe a callback is. I want to hear
A
your
callback
perspective.
is going full circle on a premise.
Right.
So the premise of a joke could be in the beginning, and that will have a punch. But then toward the middle or
Like
end
20
of the
minutes
set,
later, 10
right?
minutes, yeah,
Exactly,
right.
and you're the king of the callbacks. You're the king of them.
And then you have people that call it hack. They think it's hack.
Really?
I think it's a talent.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm traditional with jokes.
Yeah.
I believe in the formula.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. I like punches.
There's 13
Premise,
jokes.
set up,
and,
punch.
I haven't found a 14th one yet. But there are structures to jokes.
I believe in that.
Yeah, I believe in it too.
I like it. It works for me.
Yeah. And what works for you is also that's what you laugh at, and you're not going to bring something up there unless you laugh at it, unless it's your kind of style.
It's subjective, and
yes,
I dig it.
It's subjective. So when people attack your style of comedy, and of course they kill you personally. This guy went right after me today, middle-aged white guy.
Boy, he got to you. I feel like contacting this guy.
No, don't. Just join me. Join me and go after the guy.
All right.
But a couple
Let's
people
do it right
did that.
now.
A couple people did it. But I should show you what he says.
I want to see.
What got to me though is not the personal attack. I could care less. Yes, I'm middle-aged. Yes, I am white mostly. But
you have to see Craig's set to. You have to go to one of Craig Shoemaker's shows,
or look
to
at
get
my
that
23andMe
reference.
when I got that
Exactly.
big,
Yes.
that I'm from Ghana. But anyway,
He's from Ghana.
My mom is not happy about that. By the way,
My parents are not happy about my Judaism. They're in total denial of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did you find it out?
My family, a nurse practitioner.
Well, okay.
Discovered I was trying to get pregnant,
Yeah.
and she just asked. Not even the doctor discovered.
So you're trying to get, and you couldn't get pregnant. She walks in and goes, "It's because you're a Jew."
She said it. Yeah, exactly. That was it.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
Jewish, Jewish women. But no, she just she wanted to know that they were testing me for. I'm Ashkenazi.
Okay.
And Ashkenazis, unfortunately, can inherit some blood disorders that can cause infertility or can be carried on to the child. And I have this rare thing, this gene.
Interesting.
I have a very rare gene that is only found in Ashkenazi.
And then obviously one of your parents has to have passed
So it was
on.
my mother.
And
My
she's
mother
not happy about this.
Well, she
because
passed
she's real
away,
Christian.
and I think it's a good thing she never knew. And not that she was anti-Semite, but she just loved Christmas so much. And I say she would have been really bummed out to turn in her Christmas decorations for a dreidel.
By the way, do you do that in your act?
I do, yeah.
Oh, good. I haven't seen that part of your act. I was about to say that needs to go in there. When I coach people, I say be unique.
Yeah, that's my thing. That's my story.
You're the only one with that story.
My late mother, she just loved Christmas.
Right.
It was a little out of control. It looked like something out of, like a mall. Like it was like Santa's house when you walk.
Christmas with the Cranks,
Oh
I
my
believe.
goodness. Yes,
Is that
it
the name of
was.
the
It was
movie?
insane.
Yeah.
Insanity. Yeah, you couldn't sleep because there was just like thousands and thousands of lights. And it smelled like gingerbread. I mean,
I'm
everything.
surprised you would take a stage with all those lights. I think you'd be traumatized by this.
I love it. I love the light. But my mother's sisters, including my mother's mom, and they're all in denial that we're Jewish.
Really? Yeah.
And we're Hungarian Jewish, and my great grandmother came over in 1914 and hid her Judaism, and it's really evident. And you could Google it. Our surname,
What's
it's
the surname?
Hagedus.
Hagedus. Wow, that's not a common name.
No. And
it was probably changed when they got here anyway.
It wasn't.
Oh, they didn't change it?
No.
So your
her
mom grew up
first
a
name-
Hagedus.
Well, my mom grew up a Peck. This is my great grandmother, and she
Okay.
married. And so we have a different. But the original surname was Hagedus with an umlaut.
So
Yeah.
so that was probably the reason you couldn't get pregnant. That's what they were telling you?
It could be. I
interesting.
really struggled with that. I tried. I did a lot of IVF. I've had a lot of miscarriages. The last miscarriage, that is really when I decided. I said, well, this is obviously not going to happen for me. Mm-hmm. So what should I do to really take advantage of the fact that I cannot have children? Oh, I'll move to Los Angeles and become a stand-up comic. True story.
I thought you know where I thought you were going with that? This is my mind. I thought you were going, you know what I could do? I'll whore around.
Oh, I did that too. Still doing it.
Oh, yeah. Since I can't have children, what the hell? Just bring it.
That as well.
That's hilarious.
Both in conjunction with.
Is that in your act? Is that part in your act?
I just started talking about it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, the because that's my big pain
What's
in
that?
life, that I can't have children.
Yeah?
So that's been, something about everything that, all the decisions I have made in my adult life revolved around children, thinking that I was going to, even the man I married, I only got married because I thought I was going to have children.
And he fit the bill with the
he fit the bill,
looks-wise.
exactly.
He's got the right
I
height,
only
weight.
left New York City. I was an actor in New
Yeah.
York City and doing really well, but I left it for marriage.
Yeah.
I left it
Thinking
for
you were gonna have
thinking-
this
yeah.
storybook.
Every decision I made in my adult life surrounded around the fact that I thought I was going to be a mom.
Wow. Now, did you ever contemplate adoption or surrogate?
I think about it. I think about adopting older kids because I need help with my social media. That's new.
Let me tell you something. I hate to deflect back, but it doesn't happen.
Really?
I have a 17, a
kids?
23, I have a 12, no help whatsoever. I said, you spend all your day, the 12-year-old, I said, you spend all of your day with a headset, right, with a little microphone attached to the headset. He's on there all day long, and you
Doesn't
can't
do anything for you?
And you can't help me with some tech? How about some tech support?
How dare he?
figure I gave birth to tech support. I get nothing.
When I walked into your studio, I thought it was going to be all your kids. I'm like, what are you doing? You're doing it all wrong. These people that you hire,
No.
he's got this huge crew here right now.
I know I hire way too many people, and I want to have free.
The call sheet was like, I liked that I was number one on the call sheet for a change. Thank you
were.
very much for that.
Well, there's someone on
Just
before
one
you.
guest.
You really weren't number one, by the way. You're not only number two, but then there's three more after you.
All right. I thought you would
And
just
there's
go with.
and the next one who's coming in has a much bigger career.
So I am the feature. I'm the feature to the feature.
And then another feature after that. Yeah. There's a lot of credits that are coming here. You missed Kenny Loggins was here last week. Oh no, you're a Hall & Oates person. That's right.
I am. Wow.
Hey folks,
Am
when Sarah was in my car, I've never listen. I love exciting
Hall &
women,
Oates.
and there's old school ways of doing this. I never thought I could cite a woman by calling John Oates of Hall & Oates and his name popping up on my screen.
I tell you,
really did it for her.
it really did. My hands began.
If I only had
began
better
to sweat
abs, and was
profusely.
single. I mean, all those things could have worked.
I'm talking about them right now. I'm starting to sweat. And I'm not. We meet people. We're around celebrities all the time.
Let's call
You're a
Oates.
celebrity.
Let's call Oates right now.
I'm a C- celebrity. You're, but can we? Just the thought of calling him makes me. I'm sweating
Can
profusely.
you guys
right
bring
now.
me my phone? I'm gonna see if we can do this live on the air.
Love Hall & Oates. I have been to several concerts. I have
Okay, this is
every
my
album.
promise
I
to
have
you.
every single
I'm going to promise you.
word to every single
You
song.
tell me when they are coming to any area where you are. It'd be crazy if they were in Michigan when we're performing at the
we're going to be
Comedy
at the
Castle.
Comedy Castle.
Yeah, if that would be
in a couple
nuts
of
if they were
weeks.
there. Okay, here we go. Here's my phone.
Thank you.
Let's call Oates.
He did this. He did this to us. We were in the car. We were on our way to a hike. No, I think John called you. And he has like
He didn't get back to me on the last text. I'm not going to call him.
Oh no, yeah, don't
I just
don't burn
managed-
that. Don't
his
burn
manager-
that bridge. That's a card in the back pocket that you need to savor.
What
Do
kind
it
of
for
card
me,
is
please.
that? He's in my movie Totally Baked. Did I tell you about this?
No.
It's crazy. For those of you who don't know who Hall & Oates are, please look it up. They're Hall of Famers.
How would you not? If you don't know Hall & Oates, shame on you.
Listen, I was just with Kenny Loggins. He has a million hits, Grammy Award winner. I was
Yeah.
just with him at this Bitcoin convention.
Footloose, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Danger Zone. Celebrate Me
Danger
Home.
Zone.
This is it. I'm all right from Caddyshack. A million hits.
Yeah. This is it.
There were
I
peop-
forgot. Oh, that's such a great song.
Right?
This is it.
These
Yeah.
almost everyone did not know who he was. Almost everyone
What?
that I met, because it's Bitcoin, it's young people. They don't care.
Wow.
It's Taylor Swift.
It
It's Adele.
You went to a Bitcoin convention?
I did.
Were you performing?
No, not at all.
Oh,
I'm
you're
in
you're
Oh,
in it?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
into it?
I'll tell you about it
Oh,
sometime.
please.
But, yeah,
Please do. Beef up my pocketbook.
But people don't know who Hall & Oates are. So anyway, they
Wow.
contacted me. This is back in 2005, and they wrote me a note and an email. They did it through SiriusXM. This guy that worked there that they knew. He says, "Do you mind if?" So anyway, he goes, hey, we're big fans. We listen to you on our tour bus or whatever. I can tell you're from Philly. They could tell. And they're from Philly.
Yeah,
And Temple
they
University,
are.
where I went.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, yeah, I wrote back, yeah, right. I actually thought I was being shined. Because I'm into Hall Notes, too. So
Yeah.
it was them. And they left tickets for me. And I met him. And I go, hey, man, I'm shooting a movie. You want to be in it? Shows up the next day.
Oh,
and he says,
awesome.
hey, nobody knows me without my mustache. So I said, no problem. It's an independent movie. I just went over to the director, the assistant director. He had black hair, and I chopped his hair, and I glued it to Oates, and now he had his Oates mustache. And then we had the mustache all throughout the movie. Like if you're high, you go, there's the mustache again.
So it was a cameo. He was doing a cameo. So
he did a cameo,
had to know that
and
it was
so did
John
the mustache.
Oates.
Yes.
And yeah, you know,
and
I'm
I
not
played
sure
Hall.
I would recognize him without the mustache.
Right.
So
I
did the
should show
guy's
you a
hair
picture.
grow back? Jeez, you're hard on your crew.
Just a little mustache.
So what did you do
I
to the
didn't
crew
chop
today
it like
for
I
me?
was giving wigs to the cancer patients. I gave a tiny little bit
Jesus,
and glued it to his lip.
Man, hardcore.
And then
boss.
we used it all through the movie. There's another guy that has it on, another one. There's
But
the Oates
there's
mustache.
like a toupee hair.
Yeah,
or
it's a little
something.
toupee hair.
I have to see this.
It's like a little merkin.
Because he had that.
You know what a merkin
thick,
is, right?
Gorgeous mustache, man.
Oh, always.
And that beautiful black curly hair.
He still has some of this, But
They're gorgeous.
you know what a
both
merkin
of
is,
them.
by the way?
Merkin?
A merkin. Mm-mm. Wow. For a perv, I can't believe you don't know what.
What's a merkin? Yeah, I am a perv. What is?
And I love that
I'm a
about
sex
you.
addict perv.
I love that about you.
I don't care.
So
That's my addiction.
But you don't know what a merkin is.
No.
All right. Can we bring it up on the screen so I can? It's actually.
Is
I
it
think
me?
It was from back
Are you
100
going to see a
years
photo of me when you bring it up on Google?
No. If you with a merkin, I would love to see. It's like a little wig that women put on their vaginas.
What?
Yeah, I swear to you. Maybe our crack staff, no pun
Wow.
intended, is probably
So-
looking this up right now.
So women that were deficient in that area for growing it on their own.
I don't know if that's the reason, but they would wear a merkin.
Well, what's really interesting is kind of gone full circle. I'm a Gen Xer, and and then the millennials so the different Gen Xers are a landing strip, millennials are bald,
That's true.
and Gen Zs are bush. They went back to bush.
Bring it back to Bush.
Yeah.
I need to get laid.
So it
again.
kind of
I need to check this
because
out.
I'm quite sure baby boomer women were bush. And so it went bush to landing strip to completely bald back to
my
bush.
buddy would only
See how
go
it
for
does
big
that?
bushes.
Fashion is so funny.
He liked when the bush led all the way up like a trail, all the way to the belly button.
Ooh.
So I used to rip on him. I used to say he would like a machete. He would like that type of woman.
Wow.
We used to go like it was the jungle. Every time we go,
He liked the mystery. He wanted to know what was in there.
we give him that sound all the time because that's what he always looked for.
But
Big.
there's like clinical stuff going on too. Okay, we want to keep this clean.
Well, no, we don't need to keep it that
I
clean.
already
This
said
is just
the
it's just-
F-bomb. I apologize.
Oh no, you can say fuck all you want. This is a podcast. That's what's great. We have no FCC here.
Okay. Well, yes.
My
I just
podcast
wasn't sure
because I've done so much radio, it does tend to be a little cleaner.
Well, we're fairly clean though.
But-
I've opened for you, and it's been requested that I be clean, and I am. I abide by it, so I wasn't sure.
No, we let it go here.
Okay, cool.
Anything. We'll just beep you and cut you.
Exactly. Beep. The whole interview was just going to be beep, 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 beep.
Listen, I love this show because it really is about being revealing. And if you are holding back your language, you're not being real and
really
authentic. I mean, if it's how you talk, it's how you talk. If this is what we talk about, this is what we talk about. It's an organic thing.
Thanks.
I am proud of one thing on this show, that I have no notes. Actually, they have some notes up here. Oh, look at this. Ready?
Oh.
So what's next for Sarah? What is planned? Literally says that.
Jeez. We didn't even have to do that.
Never.
No. We know each other
honest
too
to God,
well.
that's what it says. It says
Like, we're not going to run out of things to say. And you were just on my podcast, and I'm
That's
in
true.
love with our interview.
oh yeah.
I'm just hoping we don't fuck it up by doing this one because that one's so great. But
this one's not great?
Nothing, this is amazing. It's nothing like what we did.
Has a natural flow. That's
yeah,
the
like
whole key.
where I was like hard interview, like asking hard questions.
You were?
I think I
Listen,
kind of was.
how do you get any
but it
harder
can't-
question of do you know what a merkin is?
But
and talking about pubic hair.
But
the
it came
evolution
out
of pubic hair.
organically.
Listen,
Like we're just organic mastery.
this is
That's what
called
we are.
Enlightened Up, and you enlightened me now to the whole evolution of
enlightened
pubic hair.
me.
I never even gave it any thought.
Yeah, we
I
can
did. I
talk
know
about
the
it.
bush was back.
Landing strip, and naked and then bush.
Oh my God, I think that's awesome.
I go to the spa with my millennial friend, and the only reason I have her around is because she's a millennial. I think I like to have that balance,
And what's she sporting
I feel like
down
she
there?
keeps
What
me
does she
cool.
sport down there?
She was completely bald.
Yeah.
And she waxes it.
Right.
And she's like, "Are we going to do a V steam? Do you know what V steam is?" I didn't know. She taught me.
If you don't know, I can assure you, I in the suburbs in a minivan do not know.
And I guess we can surmise, right? But it's amazing.
No, I don't know.
Okay, so it's
a V steam.
A V steam.
V steam. So
it's
that's
a
vagina
steam. So the spas do it in Koreatown. And
I love that place.
and they put you in this these ladies, you get naked and they put you in this robe that is fits over this, like it looks like a toilet coming out of the ground but it's
bidet?
It's like a humidor, like bidet.
Okay. And the humidor steams.
Yes.
And what does this suppose?
And then we sit on it with our legs spread.
So you've done
and
this?
And then I did it with my millennial friend.
What does it do? Do you sit there together and have a chat?
Yeah, we talked about life.
Wait a minute. Listen, Sarah, I love having talks with you. I love our chats. We've hiked together. We tour together. And we've done podcasts together. I cannot imagine you sitting here, and I'm not going to think about
it. It's really warm.
Wow.
I had to adjust it. I'm like, is it supposed to hurt? Like I'm like I didn't want to hurt myself.
But what's the
it's
point? It's
really hot.
What does it do?
It just eradicates all
you don't
impurities.
You don't need to be any.
$60 later. No, it's like $120.
And that's all you do.
We just sat there and.
Do they massage it? It sounds like they warm it up for the massage.
Yeah, they warm it up, and it just supposedly steams whatever impurities we may have.
Okay, I get it.
It just steams right out, man.
And you sound like a hippie there. Hey, man.
Hey, man. It just whatever may have been there.
I know a lot of us are listening to just the audio. I hope they tune into YouTube just to watch your gesturing of how steam.
It just cleanses right out of ya.
Departs the vaginal area. I am going to have to check this out.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question. This is leading down just this pathway. You're a very dirty girl.
I talk about the real. We're all dirty.
We're
all dirty,
right?
I'm real.
Exactly.
Why is it dirty?
It's not dirty. I'd say dirty girl because
it's
a joke.
It's unconventional for a woman to talk the way I talk. I'm so open.
It's a little unconventional. It's becoming more accepted, which I think is great.
Well,
I have a question. I've always wanted to ask
that.
this.
Yes, please ask away.
Why not ask it in front of thousands of people?
Yeah, do it. Tens of thousands.
So you've heard of the rub and tug.
Hundreds of thousands.
You know the rub and tug? Have you heard about that?
Yeah, that's where you go to a massage parlor, right?
Yes.
Yes, the men do this.
And they
it's a happy ending.
Right.
Yeah,
rub and tug,
ending.
happy
my
ending,
ex-husband
right?
used to do it.
Russell, the love muscle,
is
the remaining muscle that needs tending to, right? Do women have a version of that? Like if you go to one of those, the same place, a woman will do that for you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
A woman or a man. I was having brunch with a girlfriend in Miami.
Yeah.
And she had a glow. Like, what's the secret? She's like, I was on the table, and he was rubbing my butt,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he was inside me.
Oh, well, that's different.
Yeah.
You mean his penis?
They had sex.
Wow.
And it was like.
By the way, this phone never rings. It just rang during that. See, do you hear that?
Callers. They're calling in. Like, they want to know where is the location of the spa.
The old Larry King show. The old Larry King show. Is the caller there?
It was in Miami, people.
They're still
Sorry.
Calling. Let's look at the tote. Let's look at the tote.
Alton Road, 519 North Alton Road. Ask for Jose.
Wow. Well, that's a little different. How about the women,
and then
though?
word got out, and then the women started going.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that for my wife as a present. Since it's not me, I might as well.
Here's this super hot Latin guy with a six-pack.
Wow. Oh, I definitely do not
have that. Not that I did it. I don't know anything about that.
I have a belly and use and use a breathing machine. It's not very attractive. Hey, honey, I'm going to put the CPAP on.
Well, you keep your eyes closed. It's a massage, so.
Yeah. I do love massages, though.
I
That's
do
one
too.
of my favorites.
I think it's important for health.
I like to be walked on.
Oh, yeah.
So I go to some of those. And I also, since my kids don't do tech, I make sure that they stay lightweight so they can walk
They
on
need
me.
to earn their keep somehow.
Exactly. It's not like
For
I have a
fuck's
farm.
sakes.
I don't have a farm. Get out there
what
at
do they
5
think
a.m.
this
and go
is?
start tilling the soil.
Absolutely.
You got to do
could have
something.
dropped them off at the fire station a long time ago.
Yeah, do something to earn your keep.
Absolutely.
That's what I don't understand.
Collect the mice.
If I'm not,
or do something.
I'm not making money with
You
them
could
doing
have got a cat for
kids'
crying out
sports.
loud.
It's cost me money. Yeah, so yeah,
Paying
buy
for
equipment
this
and
crew
stuff.
could be them.
Pay for exactly. My kids could be
My water.
My 8-year-old. I don't care about child labor laws. Get in here and do some damn work.
Your kids are so cute.
They are,
Oh.
but they're not cute
Oh,
enough.
they're
Not
adorable.
cute. Yeah,
They're
listen.
so,
See, you're
so-
letting them get away with it.
Oh,
they
little
need to,
cheeks. I just want to squeeze their cheeks.
They need to work. They need to start work. My dad,
They're
when he would visit, they do.
They're like 5 and 6.
No, there's 8 and
But-
12.
but
The
you
12-year-old
have the-
looks young though.
Oh,
Like-
is he really 12?
I know he looks so young. He's tiny like I was.
He's a little boy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to. As a matter of fact,
We talked about this.
He was freaking out a little bit.
You're gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot up the way you did, though, because you didn't get tall until after high school.
During high school, yeah.
Or,
I mean,
yeah.
well, I started. Yeah. So anyway, the other day, he was like crying over something, and it was like really like emotional. Like I didn't get it because guys are logical. It's like, what are you crying about? And then our fathers would go, "I'll give you something to cry about."
Yeah,
right? It's like
we
can't handle the emotions. Men can't handle that. So
And even women that have been raised that way, like for a
Right.
while, I didn't like men to cry.
oh well, you probably still don't.
You're right.
Believe me, I've had this. I've done this experiment, and it has been a failure every single time.
It's
like
so
as you're
terrible.
crying, and she's going, "Wake up, you pussy," and you're going, "What? I thought you wanted me to cry. I thought you wanted a sensitive man." This is all. See, we are. Everything's predicated upon bullshit now.
Yes.
We're evolving, but we don't understand it. Part of this evolutionary process is a lot of failure.
It's so
But
confusing.
I think there's a comeback. I think the men are making a comeback now. And
Okay,
being real men.
okay.
And I think women are embracing it and loving it. This is what's happening.
I want to feel like a woman, and I want my man to feel like a man.
Right. And that's where I believe that's the direction we're starting it because it went too far.
It went way too far.
We got too wussified.
It got confusing.
Yeah. I had a TV show. Actually, Larry King was in it called Straight Eye for the Whipped Guy. Right?
Oh, what a great!
And we
that's
would-
a great concept.
And so he comes on the show because he was really whipped. He was married like 8, 9 times,
and
right?
and
Some
they
of
were
them
all
twice.
super duper hot.
Some
too.
of them twice, So he gets to our little camp.
It's like Hugh
we had a
Hefner,
little.
that one.
He says, "I said you are whipped, Larry." He goes, "I know. I have one chair." No. He says, "I have 27 rooms in my house, and I have one chair, and even that she's redecorating." So we de-whipped him. We got him a dog, like a badass dog that would eat a pit bull. That's how badass this dog was. We got him a dog because we got these
Rottweiler.
frou dogs. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, that's the only dog that could eat a pit bull.
We have
That's the king
guys
of
are
the
now
dog.
convinced there's no guy that grows up like a guy. It says, "Get me a little tiny,
Chihuahua
get me a Chihuahua."
that I can
I'll-
carry in a bag to Bloomingdale's.
Not a man. We want them to fetch
Beverly
a
Hills.
ball and play with us, play a sport with us. Not go get a marble. And you can only use your pinky when you rub his head. You want to grab their big fat
Yeah,
head
you want-
and rough him up a little bit.
Yeah,
Yes.
want to wrestle.
Yeah, no.
You can't do that with a poodle.
This is where we've gone in the world, but I think that we're going to go back.
I hope so.
So let's go back to the pubic hair.
Okay, yes, landing strip. I'm sticking to it.
I was told years and years ago by a girlfriend about the trimming because I used to go whoosh, nothing and would never touch it.
You were super into.
So literally, and I tell her,
oh,
I'm
you
still
wouldn't manscape at all.
No.
Oh, okay, that's a little.
Wow, you just gave me a grimace, by the way. But
That's
I guess they caught that on
ooh,
YouTube.
That's like, ooh. So
know,
you were the big bush. You were the like, what's
Well,
going
I
on
wasn't-
in there?
I wasn't Robin Williams, but yeah. And she was the first one to tell me, and we're still friends, and I thank her all the time for doing the intervention because sometimes
you just didn't
maybe
know?
maybe
You
somebody
didn't think
listening
about it?
right now doesn't know that
yeah,
you should do
manscape
a
that
little
shit,
something,
please.
yes, but not completely. You don't want to
Do a
Ken
solid
doll.
for your lady
You don't want a Ken doll,
or man.
do you?
Manscape.
By the way, I love the way you look into the camera for like an advertising break.
Manscaped. Do everyone a favor.
Listen.
No one likes no one wants a surprise. Because you don't know you don't want to do this. Like
right now she's literally doing the breaststroke in pubic hair. That's the gesture that she's doing, just to describe for the audio listeners.
What's down in there?
I think of my friend all the time, and I tell her that I think of her all the time, every time I do anything down there. Every single time for now 25 years, I think of her.
That's a great compliment.
And then I have another one. Do you ever have people that like they said something to you almost like intervention wise, and it's stuck with you? I want to hear I'll give you one more.
Oh, this is amazing.
Okay.
Really
I love this. I've never talked about this with anyone. So when I would get out of the shower in high school, right, I ran. I barely took a shower because I had no pubic hair. See, that's how big it was back then.
So maybe that's why you just kind of wanted to celebrate finally
when I had my
grew
first
in.
one, I would literally lathered it up. I mean, I was so proud of it. And then I went and took a shower, and Joe Johnson, he's in the shower. Everybody else had pubic hair but me. And then I'm going, now I'm proud. I can be proud of it was like one. And he says at recess in front of everybody, "Hey, Craig, I seen you shower. You ain't got no hair in your dickie." So that was it for 5 years. I didn't shower again.
Man.
So this is what somebody told me. My friend Steve Wartenberg, author, great guy. I've been friends with him since we were little kids. I would run so fast that I would put a shirt over. The shirt was my towel because I would put my clothes on so fast, right? And he says you should take your hands and wipe first, like get your excess water off with your hands before the towel goes on. You don't go from shower to towel. You go, you wash it off with your hands. Do you do this? Maybe I'm doing an intervention on you. This might help you. So when you get out of the shower.
I don't wash my hands.
No, not wash your hands.
I wash my hands if I feel like people are looking.
Not wash your hands. Okay, let's picture this.
I do it just for the ceremony.
I'm going to take you into the shower. That sounded weird. Listen, visualize you're in the shower, public shower, any shower. You get out of the shower. You are now dripping wet.
Yeah.
What he's saying, before you get out of the shower, you turn it off. And in the shower, you take your hands and go all over your body, get rid of the excess water.
I've never done that.
Wow. I might be doing something for you right now. And everyone out there.
We're having
an public service announcement.
I have never done that.
So every time I do it, I go like this on my arms. What do you look at me like I'm weird? It's not weird.
I've never done that in my life.
He told me this in 10th grade. I'll never forget it.
Why do you do it?
And
you got the towel.
No, because the towel now.
Take it off.
No, the towel is less soaked because you have less water. So you don't need two towels. You could just have one because all you're doing is like just little drops. You're looking at me with like you're repulsed.
The towel.
You're repulsed.
You got the towel.
The same woman that had a vaginal steam is looking at me like she's repulsed. See, call back. She's repulsed. She's repulsed.
Telling you, call back king.
Call back on a callback. You're repulsed by this. I call it, by the way, his name's Steve Wartenberg. I literally call it, and I teach my kids. I call it the Wartenberg.
Do this?
I said, did you do the Wartenberg? So
I'll try it.
You go.
I'll try it.
Don't do it with disdain.
I'll try it.
Do it.
Try it. Then I'll call them. I'll let them know I did it.
Do it with happiness, like you learned something. I'm really amazed by this.
Okay.
I want people to write me, okay, in the comments. All right.
Who does
Comment
this?
that you like the show first. All right. So pass it on. Who else does the Wartenberg?
Who wipes off their wet body with their hands?
What are you act like it's nuts. I swear to God, it's pissing me off. I'm going to call people in now. This is why I have a crew here that I pay. All right. Please, somebody come in here. A couple people come in here.
Who does this? I've never heard this before.
When you ask
life.
a question to people, you don't lean because
you
don't act like you're the one who's opposed to it.
Okay, we're not.
All right. We're both neutral when we ask the question.
We're neutral right now.
Somebody come in here. Gordon, thank you. Come on in here. Thank you, Gordon.
Hello, Gordon.
Gordon, by the way, has these beautiful Ethan Cole candles, which you get to go home with one.
They're
the most
you very
awesome
much,
candles
Gordon.
ever.
Actually, it smells really good. There's a nice feng shui thing going on.
Gordon has.
When I walk
these are
in,
literally the best candles you ever have. These will be great gifts for you. Your podcast guests, you should have these. I'm telling you, they're the best.
Okay, I'll look
into it.
Anyway,
Gordon makes them. They're made through natural scents and stuff like that.
Candles are very expensive. That's an expensive hobby.
Well,
I know the overhead is high.
Hopefully, it's not a hobby anymore. We're making big money. Anyway,
Yes, okay.
Here we go. We have Gordon. I think Ethan might be behind him. I see it. Gordon's a big guy, so he could have 9 people behind him. Who's back there? Gordon, there he is. Ethan, hi Ethan. Okay, the two of
It's
you.
just that Ethan's small. It's not that Gordon's big. It's just that
Gordon is big. He's the one that told me he's over. Where are you now? You did lose some weight, but
like
you're still
I
down
like a
to
big
what?
guy.
What's that? 3 is a big number. Okay.
I like a big guy.
Let's not get.
We're the number 101.
All right. So now listen. Which do you vote for?
I feel
when
safer
you get out of
having
the
Gordon
shower,
in-
when you get out, you feel safer.
I feel safer having Gordon in the building. You want a big guy. Not that you're a big guy too.
Okay.
But it's nice to have two big guys.
Okay.
Because
As opposed to poor
in my
little Ethan
mind-
over there.
In my mind, I'm really famous.
Poor little Ethan's there going.
Okay, so
I'm
I'm derailing. Okay, let's get back
Ethan's
to the.
140 pounds. He's going, what about me? He's got plenty of
120
hair, by the way.
soaking
You talk
wet.
about somebody who needs a manscape. This dude.
Yeah,
he is,
you got a lot of hair. You're cute, by the way.
He's cute, but look at the hair on his wrist.
You have a nice face.
I am not exaggerating. He gets in the morning, like he comes to the work in the morning. I am not kidding you. At 9 o'clock in the morning, he has more than a 5 o'clock shadow. It's already he has a
crazy.
He has a 5 a.m. shadow. It's
It's his hair
It's just
everywhere.
gross. So, all right, Gordon first. Do you or do you not, when you take a shower, at first you get the excess water off with your hands? Yes or no? Excess? No. Ethan?
Yes.
Oh, we got a yes and a no. I'm not so crazy.
Ethan, come on. Ethan.
Well, Ethan has soaked hair all over his
Oh,
body, so he has
that's
to.
it. Because of your hair, you have to.
No, you don't have to. I'm. What?
It's different, for men, you get in there. I mean,
Yeah, but you want to get that excess. Thank you guys.
Do we have a woman? Can we call in a,
All right, let's
a woman?
call in a woman. Let's
Okay.
call in a woman. Is Michelle here?
It might be a
You know what's
male
great about-
versus female thing.
Here's the thing.
'Cause of the hair.
Michelle is I love Michelle. She's
Okay.
very guy. She's got a lot of guy to her, so she's
oh,
probably
okay.
going to take my side.
Oh boy,
She's
here
probably
we go.
she's probably going to
Here we
take my
go.
side. Michelle takes my side because
Shouldn't
she
look like a guy.
I know she's really.
You look all woman to me,
She's
honey.
all hot woman. She is all woman except
not a
for
guy.
except for the way she thinks. Something happened here.
Oh goodness.
Something happened here. So I think
All
she's
right.
going to go with me on this. All right, here we go. You ready?
Ready?
When you take a shower, right? When you get out of the shower, we have breaking news, by the way. I already knew that news. Believe it or not, I knew it a week ago, but anyway, I'll get to it. You do this. When you take a shower, before the towel goes on you, do you wipe the excess water off of your body with your hands and then put the towel on? Oh, she's thinking, I think I'm going to lose this one.
Yeah, baby.
The Wartenberg.
I think it's a woman. I don't think any woman does that.
What are you talking about?
I don't think any woman
Any
does
other
that.
any other women out there? Darian, please come
color
in.
in.
Darian, thank you.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna get to
Darian
the
is
bottom of
camera
this, because the
shy.
last
She will
goddamn
not
thing
come.
we
Darian,
do.
don't worry, you're not on camera. You can disguise your voice. Just answer this. Just go, okay, I don't
She
do that.
overheard.
What? You overheard?
I don't do this.
She doesn't do it.
Towel, it's very strange.
It's very strange.
What's so
Thank
strange?
you. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
I like that you use.
Thank you.
I like that you use the word dog because here's the thing.
You're very
I was
well
just-
dressed.
I was around. Sarah analyzes everybody that
I
comes
do.
in here.
I like.
You are very womanly.
You're
you are
the
dressed
best dressed. You're the
and
best
you are-
dressed today.
and you are very large.
And did you,
I want you
did
to protect
dress
me.
Craig because he's normally
Would
not
you,
looking this
yes,
spiffy.
I do. Look,
You look really
I'm
nice.
going to show you the photos of all the other guests. I look great. Taylor Bird Clothes, another one of my sponsors. Listen,
I think
you.
that's a really strange thing to do.
Oh, wait a minute. You mentioned the dog. What does a dog do when they get out of the pool? Just happened to me the other
It's
day.
a hair-
They go.
Okay, case in point. This is about hair.
It's not about hair. I didn't have hair when when Wartenberg taught me the Wartenberg. I'm going to have to call him and tell him that this is. I'm going to have to stop this habit now. Thank you, Darian.
I'm
I
going to
appreciate
think
it.
about this now. I think you've ruined my life.
No, that's why you made the drive. Listen, to help you not ruin your life, I have a little gift for you. I have a couple gifts.
A towel?
No, call back.
a little
See,
a little
folks,
time.
do you see how she knows to call
I
back?
learned from the best.
Give a towel.
I love performing with you.
Yeah, well, we got that coming
We're
up.
doing.
Let's
we're
get
doing
this
it right
out
now.
before we have to get this out before our gig in Michigan, okay, which is where you're from.
Yeah, I'm from.
And we're
going to
see lots of people with your accent. The Ashkenazis going
Everybody
to come out. They're gonna
Ashkenazi
come out.
with the nasal that
Look-
are in denial Ashkenazis.
You're a big health person.
I
know
am.
you've done interventions on my health.
I have.
And we've gone walking together. These vitamins are really making a difference.
Okay.
They're molecular hydrogen,
Mm-hmm.
and they're inflammatory and temporary relief of minor aches, the whole deal.
Oh.
They give you energy.
Oh,
I'm going to
I'd
give
like
you
to
a
try
bottle
that.
for being here.
Oh, well, thank
and
you.
if you don't like the vitamins, you can always have a maraca.
Just shake it. Shake a weight. Maybe help my triceps.
Maracas for when you're doing
Yeah,
when you're joining Santana, the band.
That has a nice sound to it.
So these are called Hyest, Hyest. Go to HyestVitamins.com if you want to get another supply. I'm only going to give you one freebie, but everyone else,
Okay.
you can go there and you get a 20% discount if you promo code Laughter Heals, and also
Excellent.
50% goes to Laughter. 15% goes to Laughter
That's
Heals.
a great
They're very
deal.
generous. So I love these vitamins, and you have some, and you also have the Ethan Cole candles.
That is so generous.
Isn't that awesome?
I don't think I gave you a gift for doing
You
my
did.
podcast.
You gave me you gave me Uber money.
Oh, okay, I did. I couldn't send you. You had your driver wait for you for 8 hours.
You know what
It's the
you
least
have
I
to
could
give your
do.
guests from now on is a vaginal steam.
A certificate to Wee Spa.
And I'm such a woman that I could use one.
It wasn't Wee Spa. It was Hugh Spa.
Hugh Spa.
Yes.
Oh, I can. Yeah. Down. Okay. Sarah,
I'm a plug.
it goes so fast
Beastie.
because we love to
Beastie.
hang together, so
It
we'll
does.
hang more.
Oh, is
on,
it over?
Yeah, way over. By the way, there's even a
Oh,
way.
they're
They put
giving
way.
us the light. They're going to play the music.
So listen, drinking business hours on Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, and of course,
Yes, that's my podcast.
Amazon Prime's Prime is RVs and cats.
That's my
and-
special.
Yes, you've got it all going.
I have
You've
an
got your own
album.
podcast, and your podcast is called Drinking.
During business hours. You were just on it.
Oh.
The episode's going to drop next week.
Am I the first one that didn't actually drink during the business hours?
I know. A lot of comics don't drink.
Oh,
so we
oh,
end
so
up
you've had a
drinking
few on?
coffee. Because
Oh,
the
really?
drinking is ambiguous.
Right.
Like, we can drink whatever we
You know,
want.
I always tell people I'm not on solids. Okay, so we'll have a beverage
We had-
together.
yeah,
I
we
can't
had
stand
some
it. I
lovely
get
sparkling
ostracized
wine
because I don't
together.
have. Yeah.
You didn't open your sparkling wine. Were you worried I was going to ruin you? You didn't drink anything that I offered you.
I don't. Yeah, I think you're right. I
Yeah,
was
you didn't
too
touch
busy
it. It was
yapping.
like something
I was
was wrong
yapping
with
my
it or
mouth so
something.
much.
You
You
didn't trust
really,
me.
you bring out.
You wanted me to drink out of it first. Like the king.
You're not Brutus and I'm
Did you
Caesar, for
Did
God's
you
sake.
poison me?
I have to my food tested before I have it around you. Sarah, it's such a pleasure. As a matter of fact, the next guest coming in, you need to meet him
I'd love to.
because he is the producer of The Tonight Show for 15 years. He produced Last Comic Standing and Chelsea Lately is
Oh,
a major
wonderful.
producer. I want you to meet him
Wonderful.
because I don't think you know him. He's
I
one
love
of my old
both
friends.
those shows.
And I know you love me, and I love,
I love you
And it's so
very
great to
much.
have you here. All right, folks, towel off. Use the towel for whatever you want to use it for.
I
and
will.
Just
I'm
remember,
going to towel off with my bare hands.
whatever you do in life,
That makes sense.
remember, enlighten the fuck up. See you next time.
Thank you.